Ladies and gentlemen,
let's rock.
This is FanStream Sports.
Can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Yes! Here we go!
I guess I want to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about my pants.
To the Colby, Sapp, and IndyCar Timm show. Found my voice. I'm welcoming you into this thing.
You're not on mic number 4. What was I doing?
I have no idea, but also I'm kind of starting this off wrong. Hold on.
Oh, God, here we go. It's going to be one of those shows.
I was sitting down, and then right as soon as, it was time to go on the air, I was like, I'm standing up. Let's do this. So, yeah, welcome into the Colby, Sapp, and Indy. We're in the ditch. We have found the bitch, and we have decided to stay there. 214-937-0569 is how you do the thing where you comment on your phone. If you're listening to the recorded podcast, do that. That's how you communicate with us. Other people, how you communicate with us is just commenting, tweeting, do something. Hit the like button. If you like the video, then like the video. That's how we know that you like the video. And if you dislike, I don't care. I really don't. Still hit the like button. All right, by the way, yeah, I'm Colby Sapp, and the guy that's in the room waving his hand and probably thinking
I'm over here!
And probably thinking about things that he shouldn't be or should. It's one IndyCar Timm.
What is up, Colby?
Yes.
The Hooch.
The Hooch is on fire.
Tilleman.
That's me. That's what you got?
Is this going to be a fun show like the last 114 that we've done together?
At some point, yeah, okay, here's what you can expect, because I've pretty much got this thing down to an art. Here's what you can expect. At some point, Timm says something that's either so flagrant or so stupid that it drives me insane, and then I start high-pitched yelling, and
then you crawl under the desk.
And then I crawl under the desk.
As I keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something so stupid happens that I start laughing, which causes Timm to do the snicker laugh as he's trying, and then he'll break out into a bigger laugh later. So if that happens, and we're having at least we're having a good time.
Yeah, it's really all that matters.
I
right?
really don't even know about you guys, to be honest, but there you go. We do have a show, and I don't even preface really good show. We're just doing stuff. We've got the sports report, so Timm's phone just keeps ringing, by the way.
Kids.
They don't know what you do.
Apparently they don't know what time I start.
So we're talking a little bit about Cowboys free agency. Then we get into the good, bad, and ugly face and Facebook birthdays. And then we're going to power rank the Pickles.
Yeah, we are. This is not pornographic either.
So, yeah, we're not looking at, difference between that guy's got a mushroom head and that guy's got a teeny weeny.
Maybe we should we rank the mushroom heads at some point?
No, we shouldn't.
Or the mushrooms?
No. I mean, we could rank the actual mushrooms if you're like, hey, my favorite's always the shiitake mushroom because it sounds so close to everything else.
I like portobellos.
Yeah, but you can't like accidental cuss into shiitake mushroom. What are you shiitake mushroom? Yeah, so there you go. And then I get to play a game because Timm's going to basically ask me tell me a bunch of names, and I get to guess if it's a president, doctor, or politician.
I think you'll do well.
I'm going to suck at this game because my care about this subject is really...
And that's why we're doing it.
It's really low.
Because I think a couple of weeks ago I mentioned the name, what was it, Benjamin Harrison?
Yeah.
And that he was a president. You were like...
Is he one of the...
He was a president?
He's not the extra beetle?
I was like baffled. I'm like, wait, what?
And then, of course, I've got news and notes. But there were some happenings during the pre-show meeting that caused Timm to look at me and go, I have something for the intro segment. So,
all right,
Timm?
Here we go. I hope everybody enjoyed Monday's show. Watching me dip cookies in milk for the first time in my 52, almost 2 weeks away from 53 years.
Your watch goes up to weeks.
Well, I mean, I just had to look and see what the date was.
Okay. All right.
And I think as right as Colby steered me in this to try it, right, and convincing me, he also completely steered me wrong at the same time. So I have two things here. Number one, the very first time I ever dipped an Oreo in milk, I was standing right to your left on camera right there.
Uh-huh.
I put the Oreo in. I said, how long do I hold it? And you're like, oh, no, keep holding it until it gives.
Yep.
You'll feel it give. Okay, I have no idea what that means. I never felt it give. I bet I held it in there for at least 10 to 15 seconds, though.
Yeah.
I put it in my mouth, and if you were watching the video, everybody, and if you weren't, you need to go back and watch that episode. I literally almost threw up on the table, under the table, all over the studio.
Uh-huh.
And it took me a minute to get my composure back.
Right.
And you're all going, wait, I don't think he's joking, y'all. Like, you're like, this is head's red. I can tell this is genuine.
Right.
So look, I had so many comments the next day. No, you're not supposed to hold the cookie in the milk to make it soggy. Nobody does that. And that is all you told me that night, is that that's the best part, is when the cookie gets soggy
Yep.
and it's all wet in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the most disgusting thing I have ever... Okay, I take that back. One of the most disgusting things I have ever put in my mouth.
What's up, Skid Mark?
Okay, we're not going back to that story because you got mad at me for telling that story.
Yeah, but now we have something to reference whenever we talk about stuff in mouth.
And it never made it to my mouth. I stopped it.
Okay.
So everyone's saying, well, no. So after, I was like, no, this was the grossest part. So then I tried the chocolate chip cookie, and I just dipped it and ate it, right?
Uh-huh.
You know what? And I said on the air, look, nothing, whatever, groundbreaking. It just tastes like a cookie and a milk. I don't understand the appeal of dipping it because it tastes just the same as if I ate a cookie and then I drank some milk.
Uh-huh.
Okay, fine. It is what it is. Then I did the same thing with an Oreo a little bit later to get the experience with an Oreo than where it's not soggy. Went home to my kids, and they were like, Dad, no, you're not supposed to hold it in there. Like, no, you just dip it and eat it. The soggy thing was the grossest part, and apparently nobody else does that except for you.
Right.
And you almost killed me.
Uh-huh.
But I will tell you this. I took our little experiment a little bit further last night.
What?
I should have recorded this. I didn't even think about it.
You should have.
I know. I didn't even think about it until after we were done. The boys wanted homemade cookies last night.
Right.
So I drive up to Walmart. I get the big tube of Nestle, right? Portion it all out. And I like my cookies, when I make them at home, for the love of all that is holy, when I make cookies at home, I make them little.
Right.
So I'll cut, the tube's about that big around. I will cut a little piece off that's about 3/4 of an inch, and then I'll cut that into 4s, and those are my cookies. So they end up being, silver dollar size or maybe a little bit bigger, whatever. Nobody knows what silver dollars look like anymore. Just aged myself.
A little bit bigger than a quarter, everybody.
There you go. And I like to eat those warm right out of the oven.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, you know what? I don't get to make cookies very often. I'm going to carry over the experiment from Monday night. Colby, I dipped one of the warm chocolate chip Nestle Toll House cookies in the milk. I did not hold it in there.
Okay, right. You don't have to with those.
And then I put it in my mouth. It was a pleasurable experience.
Yeah.
Not any more pleasurable than just eating the cookie and then drinking the milk. So I'm thinking this must be a thing where it's just like making s'mores. Like, nobody wants to eat s'mores. It's the process of making s'mores that's the fun experience, right?
Okay, it's the doing, but also s'mores are good.
I mean, they're okay. They're okay.
Right.
I have made, you know what? I never made a s'more or ate a s'more until Lauren and I, after we were married in 2005. So I was in my late 30s already by then. And I didn't really get it. I'm like, okay, but they're hard to make. They take a lot of time. I don't really understand, but whatever. But you know what? The warm cookie in the milk and then eating it immediately, I kind of get. But again, I would rather just eat the cookie and then drink the milk. So I just wanted you to know and everybody to know, I continued the experiment at home with different parameters, right? With the warm homemade cookies. I like that better than what we did Monday night because those cookies just taste awesome. But again, I probably will not ever do it again because I just enjoy too much eating a cookie and then drinking the milk. And that way I don't get crap floating in my milk.
Okay. All right. First of all, that's what you're used to, and you're very stickler about what you're used to because what you're used to is what you like. I completely understand that. People that grew up doing the dunking thing and that's what they're used to,
Sure.
they're going to think that's the best way to do it,
Okay.
which they're correct and you're not.
I'm right.
But now let's get to the complaint area of your speech here real quick.
Okay.
There's a couple of things. First of all, yes, I do when I dunk cookies in coffee or milk or whatever I'm dunking that particular or a donut or whatever.
Okay, that's another thing.
Don't ruin where I'm going until we get there. We'll come back. But when I do that, I am actually looking because I don't have any texture issues whatsoever. It can be whatever texture. In fact, combinations of textures are my favorite thing. Like if you can throw as many textures as you can at me in one sandwich or whatever, awesome. So with the cookie situation, I'm like, yeah, I actually do enjoy the cookie that breaks apart, kind of like cotton candy situation,
All
where
right.
it just goes. That's awesome. But the other thing is that I might have figured already out that the worst experience that you were going to have because of you being you
Right.
was going to be the soggy cookie. So I thought the best way to do this is to hold it in there till it gives, which gives means
I don't know what that means.
the cookie starts you can actually push in to the cookie a little bit.
Oh, okay. Like it's super soft and you can squeeze. Oh, okay. I have
Right.
no idea what you meant.
Yeah. So the reason why I said that is because I figured the best reaction I was going to get out of you, because we were doing a live video thing, the best reaction that I was going to get out of you was either A, you were going to be like me, which I highly doubted, and thought that was the best thing that could happen with that cookie. Or B, because of your texture issues, it was going to be the thing that you most were afraid of by dunking something in milk.
You were right.
So for those that are like, oh, no, I told you to do it wrong, but how great was it when he turned purple?
I'll give him full credit. It made the show better. You know the deal. Thanks for chiming in once again. He was here with his Monday. He says, what's your stance on ice cream sandwiches, the frozen version of cookies and milk? Ice cream sandwiches are one of the most amazing things I've ever put in my mouth.
Yes.
But it's got to be the regular ice cream sandwich, the vanilla ice cream, and then the whatever the chocolate cookie things are on top. I don't associate those with dipping cookies in milk because it's ice cream and it doesn't get soggy. Okay? And that's the only form you can eat those things in. It's not like I have an option to not eat those two together. So I do love ice cream sandwiches, to answer your question.
Ice cream sandwiches are amazing. And yes, he is correct. That is kind of the frozen form because it's basically frozen dairy product ice cream.
Okay.
With a cookie outside. So it's like that situation.
All right. Well, then I like the frozen kind. I don't know what to say. I mean, I love those. I love frozen ice cream and ice cream sandwiches, and I love all of that.
Now, real quick before we get into what day is it, the movie trailers, as I've complained on Mystery Shotgun about a few things happening with like the Crow reboot and all that, and I've kind of been pessimistic, Colby, which is not usually a thing that happens about stuff that's coming out. But I did want to tell you guys, I and Timm both saw the Acolyte trailer and for the Disney Plus series that's coming out, and that got my force excited.
Did it move your force?
I was ready to go I was ready to go. We're going to go on a Sith adventure, Timm.
I know.
From the eyes of the person that's in it, right?
This is 200 years before A New Hope.
And so this is going to be, you know what? I'm hearing, and I'm not spoiler or anything, but I'm hearing there will be an appearance, I don't know how big you are into it, of Darth Bane.
Uh-huh.
It's going to make an appearance,
The legendary Darth Bane.
that is something that I'm super excited for. The other thing,
You think Tom Hardy will play Darth Bane?
yeah, he'll just walk in and just totally Dr. Seuss talk, which I thought was great, by the way. Because I heard the commentary on how he came up with the voice.
Yeah.
So yeah. But the other trailer that came out that just actually today was the Alien Romulus trailer.
We talked about this on the show a couple months ago.
Yeah, we did. The trailer's out. And it looks classic, scary, and ready to run through a spaceship for your life. Oh, thank you, God.
It looks good.
It looks so good. So those are two things to keep your eyes out for. Unfortunately, I've already watched them, or else we'd watch them with you and let you have, our reaction to it. But I can't stand to not go ahead and watch it when it appears on like my Twitter feed or whatever. I'm like, yep, nope, watching it. It's happening right now.
Can't wait, can you?
No. I'm also that guy that if I buy you a birthday present and it's like 3 or 4 days before your birthday, I'm giving it to you 3 or 4 days before your birthday. I'm not waiting.
Yeah, nobody cares about that.
I'm not waiting.
Or you shouldn't.
I bought you a Christmas present like in November. You're probably getting it now.
Just say thank you.
Yeah, you're probably getting it now. So there you are. So that is our really weird rehash of the opening segment that we just did. That's basically just fart around until I finally asked Tim, hey, Tim.
Hey, Colby.
What day is it, bud?
Really glad you asked.
I don't know why I'm yelling.
Either. You did a lot of that the other night.
I did.
Thank you, Colby, for tossing it over to me, and I caught it with both hands. You hit me right between the numbers this time, by the way. I didn't have to reach for it or anything.
That's no reaching around.
No reach arounds, no going mudding this week.
Or next week.
We'll talk about it.
Nope.
Colby, it might be. I totally need that on the board so I can play it whenever I want. One of the greatest moments of our show history. Colby, it is International Day of Happiness.
Okay.
Which I guess is supposed to correspond either with National Proposal Day.
So, I mean, that can cause some happiness.
Also cause some not happiness.
At the time, it's going to cause happiness.
Would you ever redo it? Like if something awful happened and you were no longer in the state of matrimony, would you think you'd ever do it again?
No.
Because that would be 3, right?
No, yeah, no, I wouldn't. Then it would have to be something horrible to happen for me to even ponder that. And I don't want to ponder about the horrible.
I've been through 3. I've rolled through 3 of them.
If I get a chance to be
that I know of,
just responsible for just me and occasionally the kiddos, that are all grown up, and I'll probably just.
It would take someone very special and probably with a lot of money for me to consider marriage again. And actually, one of those is coming up in The Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh.
That we'll talk about. I would marry her.
It's not Sybil's birthday yet, so you can't have her. She's
not going to steal your wife, sir.
All right, good.
Although I could if I wanted to. It is also, and this makes me very happy, National Ravioli Day.
What's your favorite form of ravioli?
Okay, I have 2.
All right.
The economical one that I can eat whenever I want would be the 4-cheese ravioli in a vodka sauce. The half red, half cream sauce is called vodka sauce sometimes.
Oh, yeah, no, I make a good vodka sauce.
Yeah, no, me too, and I don't get it out of the jar. But I love 4-cheese, but like my favorite, if I go out to a restaurant and they have it, lobster ravioli.
Yeah, the lobster ravioli is up there, but I think mine, and this may be cheating, but actually I know it is. I love the fried ravioli.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the fried ravioli.
Dip it in some marinara?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or some ranch if you're...
Yeah, I would do that.
So needed to. Kind of like the cheese stick. There's a little extra oomph in the middle of it. And yeah, no, I am down for the fried ravioli.
Yeah, right there with you. Colby, happy National Alien Abduction Day.
Hey, is that the reason why the Alien Romulus trailer came out today? So
maybe so.
Now the people that admit they've been abducted by aliens, nobody ever believes them. So is this the one day where you have to go up to them and go, I believe you, bud?
I think the truth is out there. That's what I think.
So basically you don't think anything about it. You're just like, yeah, bud.
I love that show, by the way. Colby, happy National Astrology Day. Because astrology teaches us about how the alignment of the stars forms our personalities.
You know,
You believe in all that?
no, not really.
Yeah, me either.
Because for the most part of my life, they said I was a Pisces, and then they like changed the chart, and now I'm a Taurus.
You're a Ford?
Yeah,
I used to own you.
right. And so like the Pisces is supposed to be like the quiet person or whatever that like we're like if you were to label like every astrological sign as like a gun and like how badass that gun is, like it's a super soaker for the Pisces. And I'm like,
Girlfriend like that once.
I'm not that's not me. I'm the Kool-Aid man when it comes to busting in the door and what's up. So
Oh, yeah.
that's right.
Colby, happy Bibliomania Day.
Biblioteca?
Donde está la biblioteca? Bibliomania Day is if you have a soft spot for books, come explore Bibliomania Day with us.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
I love books, dude. I have a library of books at home they're mainly in boxes.
Right.
Because I don't have anywhere to put them because I don't have any bookcases anymore. But I love books, dude.
I mean, just sit down and you're in a different place.
It's amazing. I mean, and I love, like, I get that you don't like the same books I like because all of yours are fiction or stories or fantasy or sci-fi. I mean, I have those. I enjoy those. My mom was a big mystery novel gal back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I have boxes full of Agatha Christie paperback books from like the 50s and 60s when they were first run, right? First published, that were my mom's. Dude, that's some of my most cherished items that I have from her. Dude, I like just about it. I love history books.
Yeah, get out of here. I don't need to know.
I like books so much that I was at a secondhand bookstore one time.
The half-price books?
It wasn't that, but it was a knockoff of half-price books.
Oh, man. They got a generic one.
And I was sort of interested in my dad was a draftsman, right? He was an engineer. So I've always kind of been interested in that. I found, for the love of God.
Turn your ringer down, dude.
Richie Witt's calling me. I'm on the air, Richie.
Ask him if he wants to come on.
You want to pop on and talk Cowboys, Richie?
Are you part of the 1% that's down the hall to the left? Or is it the right?
Colby, I bought a book printed in 1908, and it was a first edition on drafting.
Like where you get behind the car and then you're able to...
Not slipstreaming.
Okay.
I don't think they had NASCAR in 1908 yet. IndyCar was barely a thing. But... dude, you flip through it and it's instructions and all the terminology is different. But it's so cool. And you're over there like, I wouldn't even look at that book.
No, I'd pass by it.
Oh, it was awesome, dude.
The cover
Paid like $4 for it.
cover wouldn't intrigue me.
It is National Bach Beer Day. You like Bachs?
You know what? Like,
Shiner Bach, Ziegen Bach.
yeah, I'm okay with those.
Yeah, me too.
I'm all right.
It's the only kind of dark beer I really like to drink. I'll have a Guinness on you every now and then.
If you, again,
If I can dip my donut in, I'm just kidding.
if there's, I would. Yeah,
I know you would.
yeah, but yeah, no Guinness. It's never around. That would probably be the way to get me back into drinking. Is
Let's do it. I'll bring a 6-pack of Bach up here.
I said, you heard me. It's not that box. Not going to do it.
Damn it. Rum? Colby, what if I brought...
That's just to show that Tim doesn't actually listen to the words I say.
No, I was reading the next day. Sorry, I was trying to get ahead of the show. We just had this conversation last Monday, didn't we?
We sure did. Let me pull the curtain back again. Damn you.
It's tough when there's only two of us, too. We don't have any filler between us.
He's going to have to go back and listen to this show again just to figure out what it is that I said.
Colby, what if I brought a fresh, clean, full, unopened, shiny bottle of Jameson and 2 shot glasses, and I just set it right there on the table in front of you, and you just stared at it for the show?
Probably at some point I would end up with a shot or two.
And then I come in there on the second break, around 8:20, crack it open and pour a couple of shots right in front of you. And I'm like, Colby, I shouldn't do 2 shots. Somebody's going to have to do this other one.
That would probably make that happen. I wouldn't go full bore. I wouldn't go full bore because my back of my brain, and you know this, back of my brain would be going, you got to make it home. Because if
but I'm just saying one shot.
one's fine, but
Okay.
you know, once the second one's done, then a third has to happen, and now we're in fourth.
Well, we're
fifth.
not going to do two. We're just going to do one.
Somehow I ended up in reverse, and I don't know how to make it home driving like this.
You end up in Wichita Falls.
Right.
You call me at like 8 in the morning.
Hey,
Hey, where's Iowa City?
yeah, Henrietta. How do I get home from here?
God almighty, where am I, Grego? Happy Dogs in Yellow Day.
You know, okay.
I mean, I don't know what that means.
I guess dressing your dog in a yellow thing.
Of all the specific days to have, Dogs in Yellow Day.
My current pooch right now does not like outfits whatsoever.
No?
Yeah, like
Princess?
Princess does not. Mitzi, she
Is that the cat?
No, Mitzi was the dog boo.
Oh, the old dog.
Yeah. Mitzi loved, had her her clothing collection was in a basket, and she would walk over once in a while and just pick up something and bring it to you. Like, no, you put this on me now, man.
Huh.
But Princess is not about the shirts or something. No.
Colby, happy Great American Meat Out Day. So you're supposed to be a vegetarian today.
Meat out day.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have meat today. I mean, I'm already screwed that up.
That reminds me of my dad spent a few years behind a pulpit during my life, and Mr. Reverend Forrest Sapp, one of his sayings that always made me kind of laugh was when you went over and you chewed somebody out, yelled at him, got angry at him. He never said chewed somebody out. That person went over there and ate that person out.
It doesn't mean the same thing.
And he was talking about how you should be nice behind the pulpit, and I was in the back row because I'm the preacher's kid. And he said, sometimes people would just rather eat somebody out than actually be nice to them.
I mean, that's pretty nice.
And all you heard in the background was, and this might have been the point to where my laugh was at the highest of volume.
Holy crap, that was amazing in a pulpit.
And so as soon as he said that, I tried to cover, but all you heard was, ha!
Did you never explain this to anybody? You can't say that in church. Or do it.
Oh, my goodness.
Colby, I totally got eaten out at work today.
I ended up having to I had a hymnal that was in my mouth trying to just shut myself because oh my God, oh dear, so I had to excuse myself as I'm spit chuckling on the way out of just can't believe that he just said that because
Wow,
some people would
dude.
rather eat somebody out than be nice to them.
I mean, I would. Probably depends on who it is. I mean, it is National Vanessa Day.
Right.
There's been some Vanessas.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather do that than be nice to them. I feel like that's being pretty nice.
Yeah, it is being really nice.
National Kiss Your Fiance Day. Guess you can only do it today.
Right.
So you got to know they're a good kisser before you marry them.
Yeah, because then the following holidays actually do the thing with the fiance, which they would never say, right?
When is Divorce Day? Colby, happy National Snowman Burning Day. We're supposed to burn our snowman today.
So you just get an actual flamethrower? Because it's not like the thing can catch
Yeah, how does it catch on fire? I don't know, the clothes that you put on it or something? The coal in its nose or buttons or whatever?
Hey, it's set fire to Frosty Day. Let's go.
Colby, happy Won't You Be My Neighbor Day.
I know why that is coming up in Good, Bad, and Ugly.
Happy World Behavior Analysis Day.
What?
let's get ready to reflect on our behavior in order to become better individuals. Huh. Colby, happy National World Frog Day.
You ever go frog gigging?
Oh, yeah. You ever lick a frog?
No.
Yeah, we did some of that back in the day.
Oh, but you're
It didn't do anything.
No. There's only certain frogs.
Right. Well, we didn't know that. We're like 8.
Might have also, because of one particular show, attempted frog baseball at one point in my life.
What the fuck? Colby, happy Be Nice to Animals Day today.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was not doing at the time.
Were you eating it out?
No. But I will tell you, a frog makes a different noise coming off an Easton.
Were they metal bats?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. How hard was that to clean off the bat? Were these poor things alive? Colby, we're going to get an email from PETA.
We are.
That is the
Stupid.
dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
We were copying. Well, of course, we were copying Beavis and Butthead
Right.
because of frog
Bad influence.
baseball. No, and then later on, of course, it kind of haunted me that was a thing. It's like, oh man, I'm stupid.
Jeez. Look, I feel like we should just end the segment there. Although it is National World Oral Health Day.
Hey, some people would rather eat somebody out than.
If you're going to do that, make sure you've got good oral health before you eat somebody out and go play frog baseball with them.
Oh God,
Did you get eaten out for playing frog baseball?
it wasn't a very popular thing that I did. No.
God. Holy Jesus Christ. If I can even talk about sports now after this, Colby.
Sorry.
But it's time for the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Timm Sports Report. I'm going to go back and do the funny graphic thing that we have here. So, Colby, I wanted to address something very specific in the sports report this week, or this tonight that I saw.
Okay.
We're familiar with the great Todd Archer, right?
We are familiar with the.
Or as we call him up north, Tad Archer.
Tad.
Working over there at that ESPN now.
Oh.
He had a pretty interesting article on ESPN today addressing the Cowboys and their free agency tendencies. Basically, why do the Cowboys go about free agency the way they do? And he had some pretty good, I thought, thoughts in here. And actually, a quote from Steven that literally explains everything. For all of you Cowboys fans wondering, well, God, dude, we're now literally a week into free agency. They've signed one dude and re-signed, what, 2 of their own, 3 of their own?
Right.
While you've lost Tyron Smith to the Jets, Tyler Biotish and Dorrance Armstrong to the Commanders. You've lost Tony Pollard to the Titans. You've lost Leighton Vander Esch to retirement.
Yep.
You've lost Michael Gallup to free agency. By the way, he is visiting with the Ravens tomorrow, who are in need of someone like him. They have signed one free agent, linebacker Eric Kendricks. They have re-signed corner Jordan Lewis. They have re-signed running back Rico Dowdle, and also special teamer C.J. Goodwin, and, of course, the long snapper Trent Sieg. You look at what other teams in the NFC East have done. The Eagles, they've added Saquon Barkley. Linebacker Devin White, which I'm telling you right now because I've kind of covered the Bucks, right, on the J.P. Peterson show the last year or so.
Uh-huh.
Dude, Devin White is not a good football player. I have watched multiple films on him with JP. He gives up on plays. He can't read defenses. He is literally not tackling. He might be one of the worst football players this past couple of seasons that I have ever seen on a field. And the Eagles just signed him, which means the Eagles are going to suck, which is good. They've also signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Bryce Huff, and they've lost, of course, Jason Kelsey and Fletcher Cox to retirement. The Giants added pass rusher Brian Burns, added their offensive line with John Runyon. They signed Drew Lock, who might be the starter come like opening day. I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with Daniel Jones, future Hall of Famer Daniel Jones.
Not a future, no.
The Commanders, in addition to those ex-Cowboys, have signed running back Austin Eckler. And, dude, this one's big. And, again, the Cowboys never even called him. Linebacker Bobby Wagner led the league in tackles in Seattle last year.
Yep.
Of course, spending literally his entire career except for 2 seasons ago when he was in L.A. But, dude, at 30, I think he's 32, led the league in tackles. I mean, the Cowboys didn't even call him. Linebacker Frankie Lavu, safety Jeremy Chin, and guard Nick Allegretti. So all of their NFC East brothers getting a lot better, maybe except the Eagles. We don't really care. While the Cowboys have seemingly just sat there and twiddled their diddles.
You know what? And this is not because I'm still coming from a point of negativity on most things that are involving the Dallas Cowboys right now, just because of how I feel about how this whole thing is being run. But as far as the free agency is concerned, I'm mad that they didn't try for Derrick Henry.
Right. Didn't even call him.
What are you doing? Just, I mean, you even see, hey, bud, what would you do? Can we fit you in over here some way, shape, or form? And to not even give a try, all right, that was very dumb. As far as who they've let go, I can't honestly say that any of them make me hurt.
There's only one really that hurts my feelings. Well, 2. One that I did not mention. I hated to see Dorrance Armstrong and Dante Fowler go to the Commanders. I feel like both of those guys still have a lot to contribute.
You know what? Okay, cool. And I understand that, but they're not like, they're not irreplaceable.
No.
I don't think.
No.
With whatever you've got coming through the system, they're not that. And with Smith, I hate that he left, but good for you. Because, hey, man, sometimes I just wondered how long with him not practicing and then going out onto the field and then still being able to – I felt like it was the last leg every season coming up to this. So, meh. And Biotish, he stepped up a little bit, but then I think you said that he stepped back a little bit last season. And a lot of the offensive or the running back woes come with how good your offensive line can run block. And I think there was a little bit of that to where he got pushed around. So, see you later, bud.
So everybody wants to know, why are the Cowboys like this? And it's every year, right? This isn't new. This isn't just this season. They stay quiet.
I mean, last year was weird when they went and did things. Mm-hmm. So it
was out of the norm.
Yep. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. So the quote from Stephen Jones about this, and none of this is surprising, and it literally makes all of the sense. Stephen said, quote, "I've always been of the ilk that you, in the first couple of days of free agency, you pay good players like they're great. You pay average players like they're good, and so on and so forth. Because the market's inflated in our mind. That's my opinion. That's the way I look at things. I've always said it. Player acquisition is 365 days a year. It's not just the first, second, or third day of free agency," end quote. So that's true. But the problem arises when those specific players are only available in the first 1, 2, 3, or 4 days of free agency.
Well, yeah, it's a mad rush. It's let's go get what we need now situation. I don't agree totally. Like you go get somebody if you need somebody for a specific position. Like we think they need somebody for the running back position. And we didn't mind offering somebody that may be a little bit older as the running back position. It's not at where, it used to be, but it's not where it was a year ago or 2 years ago as far as what you pay for it. It's starting to pick back up a little steam, and actually people are getting paid at the running back position. So with that, then, yeah, go ahead and pick somebody up. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see somebody not trying to run through a rookie at the running back position right now just because it doesn't always pay off. but you know that guy's going to give you a little bit of something if you gave him some money.
Right. So, and this is the story the Cowboys have been giving us for years.
Yep.
And look, they always have wanted to keep their own guys rather than go outside in free agency, right? Like last year, they paid Diggs and they paid Terrence Steele to keep him here. This year, they had hard numbers on how much they wanted to pay Tyron Smith, how much they wanted to pay Pollard, Biotish, Armstrong. They had that number in their heads, and they did not budge, and they all got more than that figure. So they weren't going to go chase him, which, I kind of respect that as long as you have a backup plan. Jerry says you're all in. So please be all in, and please have a master plan that maybe we don't know about.
Oh no, we know the plan. We actually should have known the plan before free agency started. The plan is you go in and you wait until it gets to nut cutting time when players haven't signed anywhere else and they'll take a lot less, and you bargain bin shop after you've tried to do what you could do in the draft.
Yeah.
And you fill out your roster and you get somebody here, somebody there that's playing for a little bit cheaper to make it under the cap, put a whole roster together,
Yeah.
and then you hand all of this to the coaching staff and go, all right, do something.
You're probably still going to lose defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins.
Oh, you already did, didn't you?
Did he?
Think he gone.
Okay. I haven't seen that. Probably going to lose Stephon Gilmore, so he's probably only on the market still because he's coming off a shoulder surgery.
Right.
Everybody wants to see how the surgery is going to hold up. He's older. But, dude, I'm telling you, I think New England's interested in getting him back. And they'll probably pay more than the Cowboys.
Probably
and
will.
If it comes down to that, you're kind of screwed there. And we've talked about the cornerback position here. Will McClay took over the draft in 2014 here. Since then, Dallas has had 13 draft picks named to at least one Pro Bowl. So the draft has been good. And then Stephen Jones commented on this. He said, quote, "It's not frustrating because it means you've done a good job in our draft. That's a sign in my mind that our organization, Will and the scouting department and the coaches that have been through here, we've done our job of developing players," end quote.
Okay.
Okay, you develop them, then you let them leave.
Which is the opposite of what they used to do, which was they would develop them and then they would pay them too much money to stay.
Overpay them, yeah.
So we need to ask what we really want. We just want you to be good at it, which sometimes means paying the guy and sometimes means not paying them. And whichever. They've picked a side now. That's fine. I do agree with most of his quote, except for the organization.
Yeah.
As far as Will McClay and the scouting department and all of that put together, I think that is rock solid.
Yeah.
Something kind of smells like it's leftover fish in the back seat for some of this.
Yeah. So we'll see what they end up doing. I get it. It's a year-round situation that you need to address, right? I get it. However, if you want one of those players, you have a very short window to get one of them. So what this tells us is that every free agent that's been taken off the board, they weren't interested in.
Right.
They didn't call Derrick Henry. We know that because Henry has said that. They didn't call Bobby Wagner. He said that. He was interested in coming. All these guys are interested in playing in Dallas. Can you imagine Bobby Wagner in this linebacker core with Micah Parsons?
No, and not especially not with what they've already got there. And then, like I've been telling people, Agent Zero coming off the. Oh. Yeah. No, you have too many linebackers. We don't know what to do.
Terrible problem to have.
Yes. Terrible. Too many players.
Let us know what you guys think of the Dallas Cowboys offseason moves so far. We do have the in-studio text line, 214-937-0569, or if you're watching live or recorded on one of our video streams, just comment on the video stream down below. We'd love to make you part of the show and answer your questions or refer to your comments.
Or just yell at you. We can do that too.
Yeah, outside when we go to the parking lot.
Yep. All right, so coming up next, we have the good, bad, and the ugly, and then Pickles. I don't know how. It's Pickles. It's Pickle Talk. That's all coming up on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Timm Show.
Hello, sports fans.
FanStream Sports.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today and snag that window decal or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hey listeners, make sure you check out the brand new Fan Stream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more Fan Stream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Staff and IndyCar Tim show right here on Fan Stream Sports on a Wednesday, where we're going to give you all of the pickle talk you can handle.
That's right.
Because people love lists.
Yeah, I mean, yep. Thanks, Chris.
Gotta get Chris on one of these days. Talk about pickles.
Got you down.
Chris needs to come on regularly and do movie reviews for us.
Because movie watching is a sport.
Movie watching is a sport. Got you down. I think you'd like our impressions of him.
You know what? I've done my impression of him to him before.
Yeah.
He just kind of he does the Chris Arnold reaction to it.
So you never really know what he thinks about stuff. But before we get to pickle talk and president, doctor, or politician,
I'm gonna fail.
Colby, it's time for this.
That segment where I go through all the people that are born today, and I make a list of the people I think are famous enough to make my list, and I offer them to you guys, along with me and Tim, to find out who is the good person, who is the bad person, and who is the ugly person. So if you have any of these that you think, as I'm naming them off, I can't believe I couldn't find the word naming in my file cabinet. It was locked. I'm naming them off, and you're like, no, that's got to be the bad person. Then comment down below.
Polo?
Mark Palumbo. Puffs in my mouth.
I see that.
So,
You eating them out?
yeah, I'm eating out the cheese puffs. Hey, Mom, you got any cheesy poofs? Starting off today at the age of 76 is one Bobby Orr. Or what?
Defenseman. Blues.
That's right. Hockey.
Colby, the greatest defenseman of all time.
Darian Hatcher?
Oh, I mean, Darren Hatcher was great. Bobby Orr was a lot better.
I never got to watch Bobby Orr play, so.
I think he retired before I was hockey conscientious.
A guy that could, well, he could headbutt a football player and nothing would happen to him. Turning 79 years old today, one Pat Riley.
Slicked back hair.
Dude, total helmet.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing, I mean, yeah. Total helmet.
He's only 79.
Correct.
Huh, okay. Think he'd still suit up and play?
I mean, I think he could still coach, probably.
He could still suit up and coach?
Yeah.
He's still with the Heat? He's like the president of the Heat or something?
Yeah. He's the president of Miami.
The heat is on.
I don't think that's right. Rob Wells turns 53. You probably don't know Rob Wells unless you watched the mockumentary, The Trailer Park Boys.
No, never, ever wasted any time doing that.
You should.
No.
Tim.
No. I refuse to waste. I waste enough time watching other stuff.
Tim, you should.
Not watching Trailer Park Boys.
It's a comedy that I'm suggesting.
Is that the one that the retarded kid's on?
I don't know if you can say that, but
okay, we did this Monday too.
Uh-huh.
Why can't I say it? I'm not in a grocery store.
What does that have to do with it?
Dancing Colby. I told you I got yelled at by a lady one time because I called one of my kids a retard.
Right.
And like I turned around and she's like, "Excuse me, sir." And I turned around and her kid's little challenge that's in the cart with her. And she's like, points at her kid. And I'm like, "I'm sorry. I wasn't talking about your kid. I was talking about my kid."
2008 passed away Jerry Reed.
Oh, Colby.
Hey, man.
Smokey.
Eastbound and down.
Dude. He's also in The Waterboy.
Puff.
Did you drop a puff?
I did.
God, I wouldn't eat stuff off that floor. I hadn't vacuumed it in a while.
You know me. I don't care.
I know, because all that mess on the floor is yours anyway.
Yeah, probably just had last Monday's dinner with a cheese puff.
You don't think you can say cheese puff?
Cheesy poof. Christy Carlson Romano is 40.
Politician, president, or doctor?
She's the voice of Kim Possible. And also, you might want to look her up.
She's how old?
40.
Are you telling me to look up Kim Possible or Christy Ray Romano?
Chris. Oh, my God. I'm choking on cheese puff. Christy Carlson Romano.
Heimlich yourself.
That's right. I'm going to go eat myself
Christy
out.
Carlson. Oh, my God.
I'm going to stop eating that.
Is that what Kim Possible looks like, too?
Well, Kim Possible is like a redhead, but she voices, yeah.
Holy mother of who is this person?
I just told you who she is.
Is that like all she does?
Yeah.
Colby. Huh. She's got breasticular glands, too.
Most women do.
I mean, true, but they're not all pretty.
Michael Rappaport's 54.
Dude, he is off the rails, and I love him.
Yeah, he pretty much stays in the ditch, but he brings everybody with him, and then they're all there, too.
Yeah, he's an awesome follow on social media. He goes off on New York sports teams, too.
He does.
It's not pretty.
He jumps on that there Ben and Skin show quite a bit.
Yeah, he does. They're good buddies with him.
Spike Lee is 67.
Does he still have Spike Lee joints?
That's a Spike. I haven't seen a Spike Lee joint in a while.
Me neither.
So.
I don't think I can name one. But I know he had some, right?
Zebra Head is the one that comes to mind.
Never heard of it.
Well, we're just naming off Spike Lee joints. That's the one that comes to mind.
I don't remember that one. Does he still sit courtside at the Knicks games and yell at Reggie Miller?
Yes, because Reggie Miller but it's weird because Reggie Miller's on the broadcast and it's just Spike Lee going, "Hey!"
Yelling at him on the broadcast table?
Reggie! Hey! You suck!
How great would that be?
Dr. Lupo is 37. You wouldn't know him. He's a video game streamer, but he's real popular.
He's how old?
37.
What is he a doctor of? Is he a president doctor
He's
or
a president.
politician?
He's a president doctor of video games.
I don't think that's a thing.
I mean, sure.
Oh, okay.
Sting, who wrestled his last match like a month ago, I think it was, is 65.
Lead singer of The Police, Colby.
No, again, I gave all the templates of what he is in the beginning, and I just headbutted the microphone. And, yeah, it's Sting.
Roxanne!
No. Master of the Stinger Splash and the Scorpion Death Drop and the Scorpion Death Lock. And
what is his fascination with the band Scorpions?
Sting, and so, like, its emblem is a scorpion.
So we're mixing The Police and the Scorpions. They were different genres, although they were popular at the same time.
Right.
And now he's a wrestler.
He also has his face painted like the Crow.
Oh, I've seen that dude. Okay,
He's really
okay. Cool. All right, I know who he is now.
Fred Rogers passed away in 2003.
Won't you be my neighbor? Single-handedly
saved PBS.
Saved PBS, Colby.
And everybody tells you the most wonderful human being to ever exist. Like, you can't be that nice.
Like there was something wrong with him. He was so nice.
Right. He was broken in a nice way.
He had to be hiding something.
No, I think he was broken in a nice way.
Yeah, me too.
He was broken to the point that it made him super nice to everybody.
Yep.
Nobody can ever reach that niceness ever again.
Nobody ever will except for me.
Nope. I've seen you and that poor kid that you made fun of at the grocery store.
It's my own kid.
That poor kid. 38 years old and kind of proven to be a little bit of a waste because I thought she was going to do awesome things is Ruby Rose.
Is that another wrestler?
No, that's she was
Heard of Ruby Ridge.
Ruby Rose, who was in, I think, Orange is the New Black, and had like the everybody really liked her, and then she got on one of the John Wick movies. I think it was 2, and then they handed her the Batwoman TV series, and she had it for a season, and then they took it away.
I mean, she's cute for short hair, but I can see where she has train wreck potential just with the pictures I'm looking at. Huh, okay.
Her arrow was pointed way up, and then it
nosedived. She's very tatted now.
Yes. She was always very tatted.
It's kind of hot. Oh, and apparently she's of the, she likes chicken instead of steak.
Oh, yeah. No, she swings from the other side of the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Loves it.
She's a southpaw.
Mm-hmm. When she goes to choose somebody out, it's at the Y.
She literally eats people out.
That's right.
She's mad.
Chester Bennington passed away in 2017.
Chester Bennington was the singer
of...
I know this. I can't remember, though.
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park.
Yes.
How old? I mean, what year?
Passed away in 2017.
Really? Wow. It seemed like it was that long ago. You like Linkin Park?
You know what? I started out not liking Linkin Park. And, they were all right. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't like a go-to for me.
Yeah.
And I ended up at the Summer Sanitarium tour. Mm-hmm. And it was like Limp Bizkit, Metallica, and the Deftones, and Slipknot, and Linkin Park, right? So I'm like, well, this is a lot of bands I wanted to see.
Right.
And so everybody came through and did their sets or whatever, and in the middle somewhere, it was time for Linkin Park to come on stage. And they came out, and there was so much energy.
Yeah.
Just exploding.
Great live shows.
Off the stage. I was blown away.
To me, they were a better live band than me just driving down the road listening to their music. Like, I enjoyed seeing them in concert more than just jamming to their music.
And after that, I was like, no, never mind. If this is what you're going to put out on stage, then you get every single props you deserve, because it was the show that was, the bands I just named off, every one of them does a good show.
Sure.
And the band I was least interested in watching was the one that captivated me the most. And I was like, yeah, no, if you can do that, no, total props.
How did he die? Was it like an OD or something?
He had battles with depression, bud. I believe it was not good.
All right.
And turning 61 years old today.
Oh, are we there?
Yep. One Kathy Ireland.
Colby. So, Colby, as we often we like to do, then and now. Got Kathy Ireland stuck in my throat.
Oh.
I hope she gets mad at me because I want her to. All right, Colby, here is your before and after. My future ex-wife. Like I said, it would take a very special lady for me to consider marriage again. But not only is Kathy Ireland 61, not only is Kathy Ireland still one of the most beautiful women on the planet at 61, she is recently single, Colby.
I don't understand why.
Clearly he's a moron, whoever he was.
By the way, right now, I can tell you, staring at this picture, I really love plaid.
Huh. Okay. As I just sit here looking at it.
Yeah, now you can't stop, right?
I couldn't care less about the team struggling. I want to kiss you.
Kind of do. I wonder what kissing her is like. You know, I was in a movie with her. Technically.
The Longest Yard?
No.
You were in the stands with Corey?
No, it wasn't The Longest Yard.
Oh, wait, no.
Necessary Roughness.
Necessary Roughness. So you were in the stands with
I was
Corey?
in the stands.
Because so was Corey.
Was he really? I wonder if we were sitting by each other. He was probably that dude I wanted to fight because I was drunk. No, all I literally knew was that Kathy Ireland's in this movie. They're filming it at North Texas, and they had this call for everybody that wanted to come out to sit in the stands during the football scenes, you know? And I was like, all right, Kathy Ireland's in it. Someday I'm going to walk around saying I was in a movie with Kathy Ireland. And here we go. Here we are, Colby. I have a platform now to announce that.
That was there. You know what? Now I guess I'll have to go watch the movie and see if we can spot the Timm.
I don't think I've ever tried. You know what? I do remember when the movie came out, though, watching it up in Denton, at whatever the movie theater was up there at the time. And, there's this opening scene after he goes to school, which is supposed to be Texas State.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a aerial shot of the campus. And they pass by the main admin building that's got the tower and the dome on it. And the entire freaking theater erupted in cheers and applause. Just because it's your school on a movie screen. Like, I'm like, all right, you already knew it was there. Like, what are we doing? It's pretty funny, though.
Didn't try and hunt down Scott Bakula.
No, I didn't try to hunt down Quantum Leap guy, which is what I knew him from at the time. But it was a funny movie. I'm surprised they hadn't tried to remake it. Like with Kate, what's her name? Upton as the field goal kicker.
You know what? They could probably still make it by that picture with Kathy Ireland.
Oh, man. Maybe she could be the quarterback that still has eligibility.
Right. Let's go, guys.
Let's go, footballs.
You ruined Kathy Ireland for me right now.
You know she's got a squeaky voice like that, though.
Oh, I know. I've heard it. Yeah.
All right, I'm just making sure.
Just doesn't sound like you.
Oh, Tim.
Shut up.
Oh, IndyCar.
Oh, you need to shut up now.
I have so many dreams tonight when I get home. Maybe before I get home. Maybe after you leave the studio and I lock the door. All right, Colby. I got lots of goods here. But actually, there's only one that we can, that I feel I can, with a clean conscience, with romantic intentions, thinking purely sexually.
Right.
It's not Bobby Orr.
Okay.
And it's not Jerry Reed.
It's not Bobby or Jerry?
Not Bobby or Reed,
Mm-hmm.
Jerry. Of course it's Kathy Ireland is my good. I feel like she should be an ultimate good.
You know what? But what has she really done to be an ultimate good?
Look like that.
All right, she's in.
That's an easy argument. All right, Kathy Ireland's an ultimate good. I feel like we should be keeping track of these, though. Is that my job or your job?
I think it's yours.
It's your segment. I don't have a notebook. The notebook. All right, well, she's our ultimate good. My other good goes to Jerry Reed.
Okay.
Bobby Orr would be a close second, but Jerry Reed gave me more pleasure.
What? Okay, first of all, mark that. And secondly, what?
Jerry Reed gave me pleasure. Watching his movies.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much pleasure as Kathy Ireland did when I was a teenager, though. My bad. Jesus.
Wait, we gave an ultimate good to Kathy Ireland and Fred Rogers is right here? What are we doing?
No, I'd still vote for Kathy Lee over Fred Rogers.
It's not
Kathy Lee. What does he go? You know what? I vote for her, too. Kathy Lee. Why did I say that? Kathy Lee. Wait, did I mean Kathy Lee Gifford or Kathy Lee Crosby?
I don't know, but it's literally, we said he was so good he was broken.
Yeah, but he's not Kathy Ireland.
Okay, yeah, all right. Well, you know what?
Are you changing it now?
He's got to be the ultimate good out of this list.
Can we only do one?
I don't know.
We don't have rules yet.
All right, well, sorry. The ultimate good in this thing for this day has to be Fred Rogers, so we don't have to worry about it.
All right, if he's our ultimate good, damn it. Well, then I'm going Kathy Ireland is my good.
Fixed it. There you go. Before he didn't end up making either of your good lists.
He wasn't. Won't you be my neighbor?
You're bad.
Now I want to go Fred Rogers because he knocked Kathy Ireland off of my...
He's an ultimate good.
I can't do that, can I? All right, my bad. And there's a lot. Could be Spike Lee. Could be Chester Bennington.
No.
Well, because of what he did to himself. Could be Rob Wells, but I don't remember who that is. A lot of people would say Michael Rappaport. I don't know Dr. Lupo well enough, but I'd like to see his certificate to see if he's a real doctor. Colby, my bad is Pat Riley.
Okay. Just because of the Miami Heat thing?
And the Lakers.
Okay.
He knocked the Mavericks when he was the Lakers coach out of the finals back in 1987. My ugly. Wow, we got a lot of options here. But I have to go, Colby. We lost our music.
We're all drunk.
How about Michael Rappaport?
Okay.
Almost said Spike Lee, but nope, Michael.
All right. So real quick, my good has got to be Sting because I'm a wrestling fan and he's Sting.
Yeah.
My bad. You know what? I don't really see a whole lot of bads here, but
and I do.
I'll go Pat Riley. And the ugly. The ugly's going to go to. It's not a real good looking person, to be honest with you. It's one Jerry Reed. So there you go.
All right, I can buy that. Even though he's Smokey and Smokey and the Bandit.
Right. Well, Smokey was the cop, right?
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
Any Smokies?
He was Snowman. Snowman's what I was trying to think of.
That's right.
He was Snowman. Of course. Snowman and Bandit. Colby, if we were Smokey the Bandit, which one would you be? Would you be Snowman or would you be Bandit? If we're trying to haul Coors from Atlanta to Texarkana.
I've never ridden with you, but people that ride with me usually don't ride a whole lot with me because of my affinity for go fast. I think I'm the Bandit.
And I'd be driving the truck with with Tolo in the front seat with me.
Yeah.
All right. I'd take that. Got no problem with that.
So there you go.
I'll drive the truck, and I think we should film a short of us being Smokey and the Bandit.
All we need.
Snowman and who's gonna be? Gerb's got to be Smokey.
Yes.
Got to put him up in some Jackie Gleason outfit and sunglasses. Oh, somebody's got to be his adult son too. Maybe Jeb could do that. God, that would be great. All right, boys and girls, it is the time you have been waiting for, because me and Colby are going to power rank Pickles.
Here we are.
And this came out because you mentioned Pickles a couple of weeks ago, and I had this on my list to do like 2 shows ago when I forgot. And now I don't remember why you brought up Pickles. Do you remember this?
I don't remember why I brought up Pickles, because I don't remember why I brought up a lot of things on this show.
Especially like a day later.
Yeah.
And we're probably a good week and a half after bringing up Pickles on the show. And, surprisingly, in my pickle research, there's not a lot of different kinds of pickles.
There's brand names, there's a lot of different types of pickles.
Right.
But as far as how you like your pickle, if you are a pickle person, there's not as many as what you would think.
Let's see if we can get some production value here. I don't really have a song for it, but I'm trying to change this one to a loop. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. Oh, there we go. Now let's try it.
All right.
So, Colby, I found really 7 different kinds of pickles and then a pickle group that I wanted to include as one pickle. And I sent those to you earlier.
You did.
So we have the dill pickle, the full sour pickle, the half sour pickle, sweet pickles, bread and butter pickles, gherkins, not merkins,
right?
But gherkins, which are the little ones, and then the ones that are even littler. And I think I've had one of these in my life. Cornichons. You know how to say that? I don't.
No.
These often appear on charcuterie boards.
They do. They're the little bit bumpier version of a gherkin.
Yeah, and a little bit smaller,
right?
Apparently. And then our final group was pickled peppers, which will include pickled jalapenos, pepperoncinis, banana peppers. By the way, and I always thought pepperoncinis and banana peppers were the same thing, but apparently they're not.
Not really.
And then cherry peppers. I'm a big fan of the banana peppers, I guess.
And pepperoncinis and pretty much all of those things.
Yeah, I like all of those.
I love those things.
So I thought we would just include all those since they're all pickled together, like in one group of pickles.
All right.
So we're going to power rank these individually. Colby, you want to go first or want me to go first? Or I tell you what, we could go like 9 through 1 and just swap.
So 9 through 1? There's only 8 of
Or
them.
I'm sorry, 8 through 1?
Okay.
Like we'll go your 8, number 8, my number 8, your number 7, my number 7.
That's fine. So you want me to start this thing off first?
I think so, yeah.
At number 8, and it really shouldn't even be on this list, it should be in the trash at all times, is the bread and butter pickle.
What are you talking about?
Gross.
Are you serious?
I don't like the bread and butter pickle.
Have you ever had one?
Yes.
Are you? Wow.
I don't like a bread and butter pickle.
Huh.
Somebody forgot how to make pickles.
That is shocking to me.
Not a fan.
All right. Well, my number 8 is the full sour pickle.
Oh, what are you doing?
See, I knew these were going to be like polar opposites here. That
Okay.
is awesome. I knew that we were going to do this. All right. No, I have no use for sour pickles in my world.
That's the whole reason why I'm eating a pickle.
Because it's sour?
Yes.
Huh. All right.
At number 7, shouldn't be a shock to anybody.
Bread and butter.
The sweet pickle. The fuck are you doing?
Dude, our lists are going to be like the same, but backwards. My number 7, because if I have absolutely no use for a sour pickle, I certainly have no use for a half sour pickle. And I've eaten both of these, and they taste exactly the same to me. They're both just too sour. Pickles should not be sour. They should be sweet.
No, that's wrong.
No, you're wrong.
You're pickling it wrong.
Well, I don't do my own pickling. I've always wanted to, though. Do you pickle? You pickle stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's not hard, right?
No, it's usually the quick pickle version of
Yeah.
it. And I don't do, because it's a different way to make full sour and half sour. It's not really a pickling process. It's almost like a fermentation process that goes into it. So they take a lot longer to get done.
Right.
So, but all right. So at number 6, you got to go with the least of the flavorful here on the sour side of pickles, and that's got to be the cornichons.
Mm-hmm.
Just because every time I've bitten into one of those, it's not what I wanted. But it's still better than a sweet
Yeah, those
pickle.
always leave me like wanting something else. Like, just didn't do it for me.
Right.
And I don't think they're supposed to, right? I mean, they're not. Yeah.
It's almost like it's the pickle version of a palate cleanser. That's what it's supposed to be on that charcuterie board.
Yeah, and it's exactly. It's a palate cleanser. You eat a bite of that in between your other stuff, and you go to town. All right, Colby, what was it? 6?
Yep.
Exactly the same thing you just said.
Wow.
Cornichons, however it's pronounced.
If y'all know the
My number
exact way to
6.
say that, then
Please send in the English dictionary spelling of it or pronunciation log.
hold on to a pen now.
Did you drop it again? I found it on the floor when I came in today.
Yep. It's right here.
Retard.
Get it later. Stop it.
That's what she said. All right, Colby, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is, again, I'm kind of let down by this a lot of times. It's the gherkin.
My number 5 is the gherkin.
Wow.
I like the gherkin. And a lot of times they'll serve these with like a sandwich somewhere. If you go to a deli, you'll get a gherkin. If you don't get like a dill spear or something.
Right.
I've gotten these before on a plate with, a sandwich at a deli or whatever. And they don't taste bad. And they're supposed to just enhance the sandwich, right? But I always feel like I got ripped off when I get a gherkin.
It's just not the same. It's just not what I wanted with that particular meal. But hey, to each their own. Just it's better than a lot of things.
It is.
So there's that. What are we at?
Number 4.
Number
4.
Number 4. Number 4 for me has to be the half sour pickle.
Okay, which was my number 7.
So, and the reason being is that it's almost there. It's just not quite.
See, to me, it's almost there to the bad part.
Right. We're after different things with pickles.
We are. Apparently we are. We
And-
use our pickles for evil.
No, I use my pickles for a different change in taste and flavor and everything. So there's that.
Huh. My number 4, Colby. The sweet pickle.
Get the fuck out of here.
Love me a sweet pickle.
I'm
so
finding
good.
more things that are wrong with you than
No,
right.
they're wrong with you. Pickles aren't supposed to be sour. Sour Patch Kids are supposed to be sour. I don't get sour stuff, especially pickles.
Pickles are amazing, and the more sour, the more when you bite into a pickle, that your mouth goes. That's
No.
the best. That's the best. That's what it's.
What are those big pickles like at the movie theaters? Are those
Best Mates?
I know, but what kind of is that a dill pickle? They're not dill, are they?
A lot of times they're a sour
They're
dill.
sour dill. Okay, yeah. Like a half sour probably is what it would be described as. I don't like those.
Oh, that's my favorite thing.
I even tried putting popcorn butter on it once.
Oh, they're my favorite thing. That's the thing I would get at the. I'm the one guy in the movie theater with a bag and a pickle in it, and just happy as can be.
Those are big cucumbers they make those out of.
Damn right.
Colby, number 3.
Number 3 for me. Number 3.
Yeah, because we went over 4. Mine was sweet.
Number 3 for me is got to
Number
be
3.
Has got to be the pickled peppers of all types.
So's mine. That's my number 3. And I will take any one of those that we described. The pepperoncinis, the banana peppers, pickled jalapenos.
The pickled cayenne peppers.
Oh, my. Dude, all of those. Any peppers that are pickled.
The hot pepper. You know, I have found, and this might be the thing that makes people go, oh, I don't know, well, we might have to take away your Texan card. But I've found that as far as pickled peppers are concerned, unless I am eating fried chicken, I would prefer the pickled hot pepper over the pickled jalapeno. Just the pickled chili pepper.
Really?
Yeah. I want that with like a sandwich or whatever. I'll take that over a jalapeno.
I can see that. Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Yeah, and again, my number 3 was also the pickled peppers. And that's one of the few things we both agree on food-wise is like spices and stuff, right? I mean, not that any of those are technically spicy, but like we have similar taste for we like the same hot sauces. You bring some hot food in here or something, I'd usually like it. You got me hooked on the Wingstop, what was it, Korean barbecue flavor or whatever.
Yes, the spicy Korean.
Dude, I still order that.
It's amazing.
In sandwich. I like it in sandwich form.
I'd like it in any form I can get it. So at the, we're 2 now? We're 2-ing?
Number 2.
My 2 has got to be the dill. The dill pickle.
Colby, my number 2 is the dill pickle. We're agreeing a lot more on these than I thought we would. But the ones we don't agree on are polar opposites.
Yes, because you're stupid.
No, yours are wrong. Mine are right.
And number 1, because it's exactly what I'm looking for in a pickle. And you very rarely find these. It's like you have to hunt for these. That's the full sour pickle. The full sour pickle.
So here's what's funny about our list is while we agree on a lot of the middle ones, like we had the Conachones one, gherkin was the same, pickled peppers was 6 and 5, and 3 and 2 were exactly the same for us. Our 8 and 1s
Or flippity floppity?
are flippity floppity because my number 1 pickle of all time is the bread and butter pickle.
Gross.
I put those on hamburgers, sandwiches, hot dogs, grilled cheese sandwiches. I would put those on anything.
This being said, now, it still doesn't put bread and butter pickles in that same ranking as, like, Miracle Whip and honey mustard for me.
Okay.
Right? Like, if that was all that I could possibly have at that moment and I just needed something,
Yeah.
I'd eat it. I just wouldn't like it.
Okay.
But I would never choose. On the pickle aisle, I would, like, if the whole pickle aisle bread and butter thing just came out and burst, it'd be okay.
So that's how I feel about sour and half sour.
That'd be okay.
I might have to go get some pickles and revisit all of these. I want to try the sours again.
I think you.
But I'm not gonna. I mean, they're not gonna, dude. I know what I like pickle wise. I eat them all the time. And my 13-year-old Parker, he has my love for pickles too. And we like the same pickles. And first thing when he gets home from school, Dad, we have pickles.
Now, things that were left out that are my favorite things with pickles, and this is probably something that you don't, but my daughter Blaze really brought this back up because it used to be a thing that we did, but then she was like, oh, no, we got them again. It's the Kool-Aid pickles.
I've never heard of that.
So basically, you get a pickle jar, right?
Uh-huh.
And you just dump grape Kool-Aid or something like that in it. It's actually really good because it's the sweet and the sour
Really?
happening. That is kick ass.
So it's already a pickle,
Right.
but you soak it in Kool-Aid.
Yep.
Huh.
There's that. There's other things that I love to do with the pickles. The getting the because pickles are a super diet hack anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing to a pickle, right? Get you a jar of pickles, like the spears, and put a packet of Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning in it.
Okay, I've done that before.
Shake it up, put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then come back, and now you got ranch pickles. That's
I've done that
awesome.
before.
That's awesome. Also, this might have been the reason why I first had fruit roll-ups in the house. You take...
Not the other reason?
Yeah. You take that said dill pickles. I almost said dickle pills. Yeah. Dill pickle spear. Holy crap, why am I not able to talk? And you wrap it in a fruit roll-up. You throw it in the freezer.
I can see it. I've never done that, but I can see it.
It makes the fruit roll-up crunchy.
Huh.
It's really good. You have to try it. You have to try it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to try it.
Huh. So would you say, get back to some other food stuff here, honey mustard and Miracle Whip is at the top of the list of things you don't like? Or where would it be? Like, is there stuff above that you just won't eat?
No.
So that would be number 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about anchovies? Where do you stand on anchovies?
Love anchovies.
Me too. And, you know, so I got anchovies. I finally found a pizza place locally that'll put real, and not anchovy paste,
Okay.
but real anchovies on a pizza. Got half of it on one for me and the boys. They're like, what are, because they look like anchovies. And the boys are like, what are those? I'm like, they're anchovies. And all they've heard is what they've heard, you know, oh, God, you know, anchovy, whatever. Parker's like, oh, those smell good. My 13-year-old,
right,
who eats anything. He's a sushi lover. He's my sushi lover at 13. Parker loves anchovies now. Every time we order pizza, Dad, can me and you just get one with anchovies? Hells yeah.
Yo, yeah, no. I mean, whenever I see a pizza place and I notice that they have on their Super Supreme, it says anchovies at the bottom.
Yep.
It rockets up my board of places to get pizza from. I mean, their dough could just be okay, right? But at the fact that they do that, I'm like, yeah. I've been known to go to the store and find a really good pizza place and have anchovies at the house to just throw them on there.
On whatever, yeah. What about sardines?
I'm all right with sardines. Yeah.
I'll do sardines on crackers.
The mustard sardines or the hot sauce sardines.
I like the hot sauce ones. They're not my favorite.
No.
My dad used to eat those things like they were going out of style.
No, it's really one of those things that, oh, there's not a lot to eat in here. Oh, there's a can of sardines. Well, then I will eat it.
Right.
I'm not going to be like, whoa, sardines, yes. Ooh. Let's go.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. All right, good enough, Colby.
Are you trying to run through? Because you're not going to find many things that I'm not.
I hadn't really. Those are the two things, that anchovies and sardines, really, are what I was kind of thinking about that I wasn't sure.
So there it is. All right, so coming up next, yeah, that's right. It's almost time. Not for news and notes, kids. That's after next, which is still happening, by the way, and we will visit Florida because Florida is America's wing. But before we get to that, you get to find out how absolutely history stupid that I am, as we have the segment where...
That's not the purpose of this.
Oh, yeah, no, it is. No, it is.
All right.
It is. The segment where I get to guess if it's a president, a doctor, or a politician. And I'm going to fail. Coming up next on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Timm Show.
Hello, sports fans.
FanStream Sports.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine, it's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com. Hey listeners, make sure you check out the brand new Fan Stream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more Fan Stream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby, Sapp, and IndyCar Tim show. Wrapping up a Wednesday for you. Thank you, everybody that's joined on the streams.
Appreciate it.
Whether you're on the X machine, on Facebook, our two Instagram accounts, either on my IndyCar Tim Instagram or the Colby, Sapp, and IndyCar Tim show Instagram. We got both of them up and running, Colby.
Woo!
Lots of people joining on there. On the 105.3 The Fan Facebook group, we are live on that as well. Went back. I didn't do that for a long time, but I went back to it, I think, Monday.
Okay.
So we're there so all the Tellos can find us that are find you. They're looking for you, not for me, obviously.
Most of them have forgotten about me anyway. It's all good.
Not when Kevin and Corey continue to bring you up every show.
Maybe because I'm like texting them every show because I'm listening or
some dumb story about you falling off a bridge or something. I don't know, whatever the stories are. Well, see, what's funny was Colby on KNC Masterpiece was the yuck monkey. He was the one pulling the show into the ditch.
Yep.
And Kevin and Corey had to pull the show out of the ditch. Well, his role is reversed on this show because, weirdly, apparently I'm the one pulling the show into the ditch, and he's got to pull us out.
Yeah, that's pretty much how. I mean, I am the multi-tool. I like being the yuck monkey, but sometimes the monkey has to steer the boat.
More times than not, you're steering the boat, Colby.
Oh, and I've now received multiple questions on what the hell I'm eating. So because of that...
Oh, yeah, let's go over that.
I'm eating protein puffs. You can find them at Walmart. They should sponsor me.
I feel like they just did.
It's Twin Peaks, not the restaurant.
That would be even better. Do you have to wear plaid when you eat them?
I mean, shoot, I love plaid so much right now.
Yeah, you do. Thank you, Kathy Ireland.
By the way, but you probably can't see that, but there's only, this whole bag was 260 calories of cheesy chips.
And basically like 2 cups. They're basically the same size as like the Captain Crunch peanut butter.
Right.
Little balls, yeah.
Yeah, but they're like nacho flavored or whatever.
Right. Oh, my God. Yeah, you gave me one for the show. They're really good.
And the other key to them, there's 42 grams of protein in this thing. That's
a lot
a
of protein
lot.
for a chip bag.
That's a lot of protein for 260 calories. You can't beat that. So
I like that.
protein.
I like steak.
Mm-hmm. So now it's time for us to meander into, well, me being stupid, and then we'll meander into me telling y'all about stupid.
All right, Colby, this all spawns from a couple of shows ago when I mentioned the name Benjamin Harrison.
Uh-huh.
And you said something like,
That other Beatle.
who was that? Like, was he the fifth Beatle or whatever? And you, of course, you were joking. But you did not know when I said, no, he was a president. And you were like, oh, wait, really? Like, you were genuinely surprised when I said he was an ex-president. You know what his claim to fame of his presidency was, Colby?
No, I do not, obviously.
He served the shortest term in office ever, 32 days. Because he did not wear a coat at his inauguration, caught pneumonia, and died a month later in office.
Oh, okay. There may have been a reason why I didn't know he was president. He wasn't there very long.
Wasn't there very long. So he didn't have a chance to be a good president or a bad president. So this is a game show that we did a long time ago. I think you and Big Red was still around doing this with us.
And if you don't like Big Red, fuck you.
That's what we do here.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we don't do that to him. We just say that, what Colby just said. I feel like I'm digging a hole here. And I forgot what it was, but I think we did, the last one we did was a variation. It was like European town, disease, and something else. I don't remember what it was. And I would mention like whatever, a European, y'all would have to decide if it was a disease, a town, or whatever the third thing was. So I kind of adapted this to president, physician, or politician. And I'm going easy on these, Colby. I'm not going to give you the deep dives, all right?
Okay.
So the politicians that I'm choosing are only going to be politicians that 80% of the population know.
Oh, shit.
All right? And look,
I better go ahead and sit down.
I probably know a little more about all of this than you do.
Uh-huh.
But, dude, these are all gimmies. These are all 6-inch putts. I hope you know how to putt.
Putter was the worst weapon in my game.
I don't know what to do about presidents other than just go. I don't want to just go since 1900 because for sure you're going to know all of those. But I'm not going to go old school ones like no one's ever heard of either. Well, I mean, I've heard of all of them. We should get Sturm on to do his Super Bowl game with us and Reiner to do his presidents with us.
Okay.
And then now the physicians, I don't really know what to do. I just picked the most famous physicians that have ever existed. And most of them are named after, or the diseases are named after them. So you should it'll be hopefully easy. Are you ready, Colby?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Your first name on our physicians, presidents, or politicians is going to be Charles Schumer.
I guess. All right. Charles Schumer. I'm going to go politician.
You are correct, sir.
Nice.
Charles Schumer is not inside Amy Schumer.
Okay.
Wow, you're 1 for 1.
I was just thinking maybe somebody that was related to Amy Schumer.
I don't know, maybe he is.
Probably a politician.
He is a politician that 81% of the population knows.
Good.
So you're up there. You're up there.
I didn't. I mean, if you would have told, if you just point blank asked me what Schumer did, I'd been. I don't know.
Colby, I offer you the name Harvey Cushing.
You're not going to go back to back politician.
Harvey Cushing.
Is that a doctor?
You are correct, sir.
All right, good. There's a Cushing's disease?
There is, but he is known more as the father of modern brain surgery.
He's
the one.
He's the one who created all those really intense scenes on like ER. I didn't want to watch.
Never saw it. Or Grey's Anatomy. Colby, I offer you the name James Carson.
Talk show host.
James Carson.
I'm going to go politician for being on the TV.
Colby, he is a physician.
Damn it. There's a Carson's disease?
There is a Carson's disease. Not all of these are named after diseases, just some of them. Colby, I offer you the name Ben Carson.
He used to be Johnny Carson? He was Ben Carson?
I don't think he used to be Johnny Carson.
Um,
Ben Carson.
Let's say, is he a politician?
He is, Colby. He ran for president like 3 times in a row.
When was that?
Like recently. I didn't say he made it very far.
I didn't know.
Plus he's black. We can't have those.
What?
You
shut up.
I didn't say that. That was Big Red. Colby, I offer you the name
Yeah, what are you
Millard Fillmore.
That's got to be a comedian. That should have been a list on here.
Comics, presidents, or politicians.
Phil.
Millard Fillmore.
Okay, that's got to be a doctor. He's an OBGYN.
Colby, he's an ex-president. Served from 1850 to 1853.
Never heard of him.
Millard Fillmore? Really?
No.
All right. You're 3 and 2.
It sounds like a director of a porn, though, right? Directed by Millard Fillmore.
I mean, I didn't think so until you just said that. Colby, I offer you the name William Henry Harrison.
Is he related to that other Harrison guy?
Maybe.
Used to be in the Beatles?
Maybe.
Is he the guy that took over when he died?
Maybe he was in the Rolling Stones.
He took over when his brother died. Like, oh.
And the other one died.
They were twins. Nobody knew it. Yeah, okay, let's go. Screw it. Let's go president.
Yes, sir. He was related to Ben, the other way. I already forgot what his name was.
What did your mouth say?
He was related to Benjamin Harrison,
Okay.
actually. And he was a president. He did not die.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Colby, I offer you the name Chris Christie.
Oh, that's a politician.
You should know this. Very closely tied to Jerry Jones.
That's right. He had an awful double entendre name.
Kind of does, and he's not a very attractive. Like, he would be an ugly on our list. He's not very attractive. Colby, I offer you the name Franklin Pierce.
He's a tattoo artist.
I mean, he might be.
Here's Johnny.
Franklin Pierce.
Is that a politician? All right.
Yes, sir, because he was an ex-president. So I'm going to give you credit for that.
He was an ex-president,
He's an ex-president.
but he's. Okay.
I mean, presidents are politicians. I'm giving you dual credit.
Okay, good for me.
See? But they don't cross over the other way because all politicians aren't presidents, but all presidents are politicians.
Okay.
So see, I gave you credit. Making it easy, aren't you?
You didn't have to.
Colby,
Huh?
there's a couple more here. Charles Best.
He better be a doctor.
He is a doctor, Colby.
I mean, you just want to go to the best, right?
He discovered insulin.
Hey, he is. Yeah, look at him go.
Pretty good, huh?
That's the best right there.
Colby, I give you the name Alfred Blaylock.
Oh man, dude, I'm gonna go. I don't know. I'm gonna go politician.
Colby, he is indeed was a physician.
Oh, was he Dr. Death?
He, no, that was Jack Kevorkian.
Okay.
I was actually going to use his name. He assisted with the discovery of Blaylock's disease.
Hank?
Poor Hank Blay. I wonder if he's related to Hammer and Hank. Colby, I offer you the name Frederick Banting.
It's not a president. I'm banting, politician.
Physician. He assisted on the first heart transplant.
You don't want that guy to banter about.
You don't, not when he's doing that. All right, one more, Colby.
All right.
Before we get into everybody's news and notes business, I offer you the name Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, that's the president. And also a good vampire hunter.
That was on today, by the way.
Was it? I missed it.
Yeah, it was I forgot what channel it was on, but I tuned it on.
I can't wait for the second part of that movie.
It's supposed to be coming out, right?
I mean,
we heard that.
They've hinted that it was, but it's not been in development hell for quite a long time. Either that or it's going to be the worst B movie you've ever seen in your entire life. Which
that's what we want, right?
I'll watch it anyway.
Yeah, it's because of what it is.
So,
all right, Colby. Well, that means it's time for some of this.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you, you, for making us sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. Let's go to Tennessee, because I'm the only 10 I see.
Really?
I'm sorry.
I'm sitting right here.
I'm sorry. Police are asking for the public's help in identifying a man who was wearing a black hoodie and a white towel on his head when he held up a Dollar General at gunpoint. And he also tried to rob a Family Dollar store earlier that day.
Huh.
Hey, they don't have a... Dollar General and Family Dollar probably doesn't have a whole lot of... I mean, things are generally $1 around there.
I was thinking that in my head when you were telling the story.
They're probably not going to carry a whole lot of high bill amounts. So, but anyway,
give me all the money in the register. Okay, here's $12.
The MPD released a video of the suspect, and as he was entering the Family Dollar, 5300 of Elvis Presley around 8 p.m. Friday.
So he is alive.
So they said the man was also carrying a black backpack and armed with a gun. Here's the thing. The title of this news article calls him, because his choice of mask was a bath towel wrapped around his head. He is now the Bath Towel Bandit.
That's a terrible name.
I mean, if you're going to be known as, like, can you imagine having to admit to people that you're the Bath Towel Bandit? It's like, that's like Batman's, like, low-level crook at Gotham.
It's more like Robin's nemesis.
Right. It's like, it's not even Robin's nemesis. It's just one of Robin's, I got to go catch this idiot again.
You robbed another dollar store.
So I don't understand the robbing of the dollar store, but
maybe that's like where you start low, right?
You just start getting your things down at the...
Yeah, get your procedure down
Dollar
and,
General.
like low-hanging fruit at the dollar store and Dollar General, and then you move on to bigger things after you've perfected that, like McDonald's.
But you finally get your 15 minutes of fame, and it says the Bath Towel Bandit.
It'd be funny if he starts walking into places with a towel wrapped around his head.
Just so people can recognize him.
Or he leaves a bath towel everywhere he goes. His calling card.
Let's go to West Hazelton, because that's where we want to go. And, dear sweet God. So, an alleged teenage drug dealer, I wonder what part is alleged. Is it the teenage part? Was arrested in Lucerne County when police say over 2,000 doses of fentanyl were seized. Here's the thing. On Friday, March 15th, a Honda Accord, because it was all together, was turning onto a street when it nearly struck a marked patrol car. So police said the driver began to flee from officers until he was forced to stop due to heavy traffic. As a result of an investigation, actually, they just searched the vehicle because he almost hit a police car. They arrested 19-year-old Daniel Algaretto Jr. of Freeland, West Hazelton. Investigators say they seized the following items during his arrest: 2,200 individual doses of fentanyl, 249 grams of methamphetamine, steroids, and a furtherance of cash used in a furtherance of drug trafficking, money, and a large amount of drug paraphernalia. If you were carrying 2,200 individual doses of fentanyl and over 200 grams of meth,
That's messed up.
don't almost hit a police car, dummy. I mean, we've all been at that point where your buddy tells you, hey, I've got some pot on me. And he's in the car with
Right.
you. Immediately, as soon as you acquire this knowledge, every single traffic law is obeyed. Every single one.
I mean, shouldn't it be that way anyway?
No, I mean, like, you're on the freeway and it says do 65, you are doing 65. That way it was for me. I'm now right lane Andy right now. I've turned into that guy. We are doing the speed limit, and if somebody's ahead of me and they're going a little bit slower, I'm not fast passing them to see how close I can get to their vehicle. No. I'm staying right here. And it's all because dude probably has a bag of Reggie in his pocket that's probably the size of my pinky. But I do not want to get pulled over with drugs, right?
No.
This dude had drugs. It's fentanyl. Kids, you can look at it and you might die. And he had 2,000 doses of it, and he's almost hit a... Just pay attention. Actually,
maybe don't do drugs.
Maybe don't have meth and fentanyl in your car.
What are they doing with it?
I don't know. It's messed up. So there you go. Let's go from there to a World War II museum. As the National World War II Museum is launching a new feature that takes a collection of oral histories into a new age. Since the museum is open, there has been a World War II veteran just inside the entrance, like a living piece of history, who could interact with visitors and answer their questions.
You hate history.
But the museum's Vice President of Education and Access, Peter Crane, says that can't last forever. So what they've done is they've taken all the oral histories and stories from veterans that have lived through World War II and fed them all to an AI.
Oh, no.
So this AI can answer questions.
No.
You fed the oral history and how they felt and what happened to them in World War II to an artificial intelligence. This isn't going to end badly at all.
No, this is great. Why would they do that? Whose idea was this? Is this Putin?
Peter Crane's, obviously. As he careens us into a ditch.
Thanks a lot, Putin.
So, with fewer and fewer veterans there every year, they just wanted this, because they're...
I mean, I get why.
I get the gist.
But
I get all of that.
Idea.
But to just feed an artificial intelligence war stories.
No.
And
they learn, Colby.
They adapt and learn and buy the information you give them. So you give them, oh dear.
That's all you can say is, oh dear.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez.
So when the robots attack us, they'll have this information. I mean, they already have it because it's the internet. Even though I just had a surprise burp happen. They'll have that, but you're starting an AI off with this information. It doesn't go look and go find it later. No. You're starting it with that.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Idiot.
That just doesn't sound like it's that's a good idea. Let's go over to the BBC, where female nurses in Scotland were regularly being given face masks designed for men.
You said BBC.
Yep. Well, it's their news.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, it doesn't stand for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Getting worried.
The female nurses in Scotland were regularly given face masks designed for men during the COVID pandemic. A public inquiry has heard, which make me ask myself this question: there's a difference?
Yeah, like, well, how is it made for men?
By men. I don't actually. I don't know. Is it the one like the women's mask is smaller or it's bigger because they have bigger mouths?
Because they never stop talking.
I
Looking
don't
at you, Kathy.
I don't understand. I don't understand. And by the way, this was during a public inquiry, and this wasn't like last year or the year before. This is just now happening.
Huh.
Somebody held this in, so they were mad at it for this long to the point that they were like, you know what? No, somebody's got to hear about it. So it had me wondering, was I running around the whole time with a girly mask on? Did I not know?
I'm Googling this right now because this doesn't make sense to me.
I'm just saying, that's what the BBC says. And we always know BBC's right.
So I guess women's are smaller.
Okay.
Literally, it's the size is the only thing.
So by wearing a men's mask, you would have more coverage over your face?
Yeah, it would be safer.
All right, well, then they were just doing you a favor, women. Scots. So there's
Good day,
that.
mate.
So let's go to Monmouthshire.
It's made up.
It's a place.
Just made it up.
And this, so this story is going to get a little far. So just follow me on this because it's actually made it to a story, and this was on the Monmouthshire Beacon.
Made up.
So, and this was by Tim Butters was the reporter.
My cousin. Ham and Butters.
Tim Butters. So the article starts out, for centuries, rumors have abounded that Abergavenny sits on top of a huge underground network of tunnels that were once used by everyone from Owain Glyndwr to sex-crazed monks.
I call that band name.
Yeah, sex-crazed monks. Hey, I might call the band name Owain Glyndwr.
Right?
So anyway, so they've got this old city that's on top of like hilled areas, right? And there's rumors that there's tunnels underneath in this hilled and mountained area that were used by, of course, the sex-crazed monks because why not? Over the years, many amateur sleuths have attempted to prove if the tunnels exist, but to no avail until now. Because now, semi-professional long-distance runner.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know how you can be a semi-professional long-distance runner.
How can you be a professional long-distance runner? What is that?
Well, because you get paid for running long distances. This guy occasionally gets paid.
Just sometimes when he runs.
Because he's now, I just now reading his name for the first time. Semi-professional long-distance runner, Johnny Turnip.
It's my favorite story.
I want to say that one more time because I've got to continue the sentence. Semi-professional long-distance runner Johnny Turnip believes he has found a portal to the hidden realm of the town. And it happened by accident. Was his profession so that it needed that they had to explain that Johnny Turnip earned money by running part-time?
Why do they have to offer that? It's embarrassing.
So he found a portal to the hidden realms of the town, and it happened by accident. Oh my God.
This might be the greatest story ever.
Johnny Turnip said,
Wasn't he the lead singer of the Sex Pistols?
No, it's Johnny Rotten.
Maybe it was a rotten turnip.
Yeah. Johnny Turnip said, I was trying to make contact with one of the fair folk when it happened.
What?
Johnny Turnip, the semi-professional long-distance runner, was trying to talk to the fairies when he happened to find a portal. Oh, my God. He says, I was trying to make contact with one of the fair folk when it happened, explained Turnip.
Oh, my God.
I know that may sound like the ramblings of a lunatic, and I once would have agreed with you. However, after my encounter with a member of the Twilight Tag the other week on top of Blowrange.
What are these words?
Oh, no. I'm one of the Wide Awake gang now. There's a gang?
The Wide Awake gang?
Yeah. They're not woke. They Wide Awake gang. I know those mythical creatures are real, and if we had attempted to catch it instead of fleeing the scene in fright, we could have been kings of the world. This is a news story. Fairies can grant wishes, see? Apparently they can.
We've got to get Tim Butters on the show.
Got to get Tim Butters and Johnny Turnip on the show. Fairies can grant wishes, see? And now we know they're real, and we're going to capture one and make it do our bidding. They're going to hurt that fairy.
Poor fairy. Don't hurt the fairies. What'd they do to you?
Apparently one of the fair folk scared semi-professional. How far did he run after getting scared? Do you think it was a long distance?
No, because he's only semi-professional. Couldn't be very far, right?
Hey, we could find him on Twitter maybe. Maybe we could hashtag Wide Awake Gang.
I'm doing it right now.
So they're going to capture a fairy and make... This is a news story. I found this as a news article. It was on the internet. This actually, by the way, this was front page of the Monmouthshire Beacon newspaper. Can you imagine Johnny Turnip's friends seeing this and going, oh, man.
Johnny did it again.
He's tripped into the mushrooms again.
You're not supposed to eat those, Johnny. You're supposed to stick with the turnips.
Dear sweet God. And I've got one more for you.
Do it.
Let's go to Kitsap County. I don't know where this is at. This is in Washington.
Washington.
We're going to Kitsap County, where deputies responded to a bizarre behavioral health call over the weekend involving a naked man. It began when a woman called deputies to Southwest Lake Floral Road on Saturday night, saying her brother-in-law attacked her and then grabbed her 3-year-old daughter and ran into the woods. Naked.
The daughter or the man?
The man. When she screamed for help, her neighbor, who was, they meant to say armed, who was harmed with a handgun.
Typo, editor. He was armed with a handgun.
Armed with a handgun, fired a warning shot to stop the attack, then chased the man as he fled into the woods. Oh, dear. During the chase, the neighbor shot at the suspect, hitting him. Has he still got the kid?
With the kid?
Hitting him in his arm and hand. What is he firing? A .22? It's got to be low caliber. When the neighbor caught up to the suspect, he was able to pull the child free. So he shot at the naked man.
While he's holding the kid?
While he's holding a kid. Okay.
Only in Washington.
Yes. He caught up to the suspect. He was able to pull the child free, but as he ran back to the house, he tripped and fell. So as the kid continued to run back to the house, the suspect caught up to the neighbor and bit him on his leg and stomach. Because of course he did, because you shot him.
I'd have been biting too. He was angry, Colby.
Having run out
about
of
to eat him
bullets, how many did he fire at the guy while he was running?
With the kid.
With the kid. He fired a warning shot, and then he was able to hit him in the arm and the hand, and then that slowed him up so he could able to wrestle the kid away. But when he gets tackled, he's out of bullets. So you shot a lot.
Dude,
sir.
it had to be like a 9mm.
Right.
Probably has 6 in the clip, right?
Still.
He's holding the kid. Why would you be shooting? And it's
like,
dark in the forest.
There's like 3 or 4 bullets unaccounted for. Having run out of bullets, the victim started hitting his attacker with his gun. But when the attack
like
continued,
in GTA 5.
when the attack continued, he was able to put the suspect in a chokehold. He is choking a naked man that's been shot.
Where's the kid?
The kid made it back to the house.
Okay. Missed that part.
And eventually, the suspect released him. Wait, who had who in a chokehold? Having run out of bullets, the victim started hitting his attacker with his gun. But when the attack continued, he was able to put the suspect in a chokehold. And eventually, the suspect released him, and the neighbor ran home. I don't know who released who.
Okay,
who
so the naked guy had the shooter in the chokehold.
The shooter had the naked guy in the chokehold, but I guess the naked guy was still biting somehow. Okay.
So confused right now.
According to the suspect released him and the neighbor ran home, according to deputies. When deputies arrived, they tended to the victims and called in a canine unit to search for the suspect. While waiting for the canine unit to arrive, the suspect walked out of the woods and was taken into custody.
Still naked.
Still naked. The suspect continues to be treated. I wonder what happened at the beginning of this story, because at some point, the brother-in-law was okay.
And probably fully clothed.
Probably fully clothed. And
Something went horribly wrong.
So I want to know what happened between him inside watching sports, eating a sandwich, to darting outside, fully unclothed, fully naked, and then deciding that he was going to beat the crap out of his sister-in-law.
Getting shot.
And then taking the child and then running into the woods. I want to know how that started and how that appeared to be a good idea. And then I want to know how it was a good idea for the neighbor to be like, stop.
Were they on the same things that Johnny Turnip was on?
Maybe. They were all looking for the fair folk. And then you're entering the woods chasing a guy at full naked throttle, which has got to be some kind of speed you don't ever want to be at. And while you're doing that, the neighbor's like, all right, I'll stop him. And start shooting.
He pulled a Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Good.
I love it.
Oh, dear. I don't know how that's the story, kids. That's all that's in the article, so that's what we've got.
We need a follow-up on this, though.
We do. We need Timm Butters to do this story, too, so we can find out more about the turnips. And
does it have, like, his Twitter handle or an email? Sometimes I put, like, an email address for the writers on some of these publications.
I could look at.
Because I am emailing Timm Butters or tweeting him or something if we can find contact info for this guy. Like, send me a link to that piece, and I'll do some dig and see if I can find
I've got his email.
There you go. All right. So, folks, we will give you a follow-up on this on Monday because I'm going to try to find Timm Butters.
That's news and notes, everybody.
Because I want more information on the naked shot man with the little girl that got stuck in the chokehold.
No, well, Timm Butters is the guy that's the MoMA shower. Hold on, I'll get you the other guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Where's the other guy?
Yeah, whoever I need to talk to.
All right, this is just the Curo 7 news staff. They don't even say.
Oh, that's right. From Washington. Right, you're Washington. All right, if it's Kiro.
Yeah.
All right, I'll figure that out. I'll find some news director somewhere over there, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with your bottom, Colby. We are the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show. I am IndyCar Tim. That is Colby Sapp. We want to thank everybody that's been a part of this one. Everybody, God, we got tons of people that are tuning in, streaming us. We appreciate you very, very much. Don't forget, you can always comment, be part of the show. We'll read the comments. We'll talk about you behind your back, things like that.
Right.
Whether you're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, our YouTube channel, FanStream Sports TV. You can also listen on the FanStream Sports app 24/7. All of our live shows are on there, or see the live shows on the YouTube page and at fanstreamsports.com. Download, listen to all of our great programming, not just us, but all of the shows on FanStream Sports at fanstreamsports.com. We will be back on Monday to do it all again, boys and girls. Until then, we'll see you.